Hello, my friends. I'm so glad you're here today. Take a moment to sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable. Now, imagine you are stepping into a story from another time. Today, we go on a journey together. A journey to a place where dreams became pictures, and pictures became the most powerful stories the world had ever seen. We are going to listen to the story of Hollywood. And like every great story, it begins in a very quiet, very simple place. Long before the lights, long before the cameras, and long before anyone knew what was coming. You are listening to Storyline English, the channel where history, story, and the English language come together in one calm, beautiful journey. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back, my friend. Now, let us begin. It is the year 1880. The world is changing slowly. In many cities, people are busy with new machines, new ideas, and new ways of living. But most people have never seen a moving picture. They do not know yet that one day a glowing screen will become one of the most important things in their lives. In those early years, a man named Thomas Edison was working very hard in his laboratory in New Jersey. Edison loved to discover new things. He had already invented the light bulb, and now he wanted to do something even more surprising. He wanted to capture movement, to take a picture that moved. Together with his team, Edison helped create one of the first machines that could show moving images. It was called the kinetoscope. It was a small wooden box, and you looked inside it alone through a small glass window. You could see a tiny, flickering moment of movement. A man sneezing, a horse running, a dancer turning. It lasted only a few seconds, but for the people who saw it, those few seconds felt like magic. They had never seen anything like it before. And as people looked into that small wooden box and watched those moving pictures, something very important was beginning. A new art form was being born. A new kind of story was starting. And somewhere, not very far away, in a small town in California, the land was quiet, the sky was blue, and nobody yet knew that the greatest dream factory in history was about to be built there. Can you feel it? Something is coming. It is now the early 1900s. The film business is growing, but it is still small and uncertain. Most films are made in New York and New Jersey, close to the studios and the money. But filmmakers are starting to have a problem. The weather in the east of America is cold and rainy for many months of the year. They cannot film outside. They need sunshine. They need open space. They need a place where they can work every day without stopping. So some of them begin to travel west. They travel across the wide, open land of America, looking for the right place. And then they find it. A small, quiet town near Los Angeles in the state of California. The town is called Hollywood. At that time, Hollywood is not famous. It is a simple place with orange trees, warm sunshine, and a very blue sky. The first filmmakers who arrive there are surprised by how beautiful it is. The light is perfect. The land is open. The mountains are close. And the weather is almost always warm and sunny. One by one, small film studios begin to open in Hollywood. Simple buildings, simple cameras, and very simple stories. The actors wear no sound. The films have no color. Everything is black and white, and everything is silent. But even in silence, these early films spoke to people's hearts, and the world was beginning to listen. Even then, even in those quiet black and white pictures, something powerful was growing. But the real discovery was still ahead, and it came from a question no one had asked yet. What would happen if the pictures could speak? The year is 1927. Hollywood is already a busy place. Many studios are working. Many films are made every week. Actors have become famous. Audiences all around the world love going to the cinema. But something is about to change everything. On October 6, 1927, a film called The Jazz Singer is shown to an audience for the first time. And in one moment, the whole history of cinema changes. Because in this film, the actor Al Jolson opens his mouth and speaks. He sings. His voice comes from the screen, and the audience hears it clearly. People in the cinema cannot believe what they are hearing. Some people cry. Some people laugh with surprise and joy. Sound has arrived in film. This is what people call the talkies, films with talking and sound. Silent films quickly disappear. A new era begins. Through the 1930s and 1940s, Hollywood enters what many people call its golden age. Big studios like MGM, Warner Brothers, and Paramount become very powerful. They make hundreds of films every year. Stars like Charlie Chaplin, Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and Humphrey Bogart become known all around the world. Going to the cinema becomes one of the most popular things a person can do. For many people, it is a place to escape from hard times, from the pain of the Great Depression, from the fear of war, from the difficult problems of everyday life. The cinema is warm and beautiful and full of stories, and Hollywood is at the center of it all. But even in this golden time, not everything is perfect. And the real test of Hollywood, the test that would almost break it, was still coming. It is the 1950s. The world has changed after the Second World War. People are tired but hopeful. They want peace. They want comfort. They want normal life. And then, into the living rooms of millions of families, a new machine arrives. It is called the television. The television is small and simple. The pictures are black and white and not very clear. But it is free, and it is at home. People do not need to leave their houses anymore to see a moving picture. They can watch stories right there in their own living room. For Hollywood, this is a serious problem. The number of people going to cinemas begins to fall. Many small cinemas close. Some studios lose a lot of money. People inside Hollywood are worried. Is this the end of cinema? Is television going to kill the movies? Hollywood's answer is surprising. Instead of giving up, the studios begin to think bigger. They make films that a small television screen cannot give you. Films with enormous color, huge landscapes, and stories so big and beautiful that you must see them on a giant screen. Films like Ben-Hur, The Ten Commandments, and Lawrence of Arabia. Wide, colorful, and breathtaking. They remind people why the cinema is special, why it is worth leaving the house for. And slowly, the audience comes back. Hollywood does not die. It adapts. It learns. It grows stronger. And this ability to change, this ability to survive, is perhaps the most important lesson in all of Hollywood's long journey. But an even bigger revolution was coming, and it came from two young men with big imaginations and a very simple love of adventure. The year is 1975. A young director named Steven Spielberg makes a film about a great white shark. The film is called Jaws. It is scary, it is exciting, and it changes everything. Jaws is shown in thousands of cinemas across America at the same time, something that was not done before. People wait in long lines to see it. It makes more money than almost any film before it. It becomes what people now call a blockbuster. 2 years later, in 1977, another young director named George Lucas makes a film called Star Wars. It is a story set in space, full of adventure, imagination, and unforgettable characters. Star Wars is not just a film. It becomes a world. People love it so deeply that they see it again and again. Hollywood has discovered something very important. A great story, told with energy and imagination, can reach millions and millions of people. Through the 1980s and 1990s, the blockbuster becomes the heart of Hollywood. Films like E.T., Indiana Jones, The Lion King, Titanic, and The Matrix become part of world culture. People everywhere know these stories. People everywhere love these characters. And with each new decade, the technology grows. The pictures become more beautiful. The sound becomes richer. The stories become bigger. And the world keeps watching. But the greatest change of all, the one that is still happening right now, begins quietly, with a simple idea and a fast internet connection. Today, Hollywood is more than a place. It is an idea. It is a dream that never stopped moving forward. From a small wooden box in Thomas Edison's laboratory, to the silent flicker of black and white films, to the golden stars of the 1940s, to the thundering blockbusters of our time, Hollywood has always been about one thing: story. The power of a story to move you, to change you, to take you somewhere you have never been before. And this is something you understand very well, my friend, because you are here. You are listening. You are learning through story, just as Hollywood taught the world to feel through story. Every time you listen, your English grows a little stronger. Every time you stay with a story to the end, you are doing something important. You are building patience. You are building understanding. You are building a connection to this beautiful language. The lesson of Hollywood is simple. Keep going. Even when things are hard, keep creating. Even when the world changes around you, keep telling your story. And that is my message to you today as an English learner. Your journey is not over. In fact, it is just beginning. If you enjoyed this story today, I would love for you to come back for more. Here on Storyline English, there are many more journeys waiting for you. Calm, beautiful, and always in simple English, made just for you. Leave a comment below and tell me, which part of Hollywood's story surprised you the most? And if you are ready for your next story, it is already here, waiting. Until then, take care of yourself, keep listening, and remember, every great journey begins with a single story. I will see you in the next one.